Okay, so let's talk about this workshop. So before I start the workshop, I would like to introduce myself. So I'm Nora Ted, and I'm a wellness educator at DHTI. And I've been working for the Ally Network website. For my background, I graduated in counseling psychology in my home country, Myanmar. So I'm just from Myanmar, so I speak Burmese and English. And also currently I've finished youth mental health first aid training from NAPIMA. And apart from that, in my free time, I enjoy swimming and traveling. So I will give a chance to my team to introduce, and we will just popcorn to the all participants, and we can just do like icebreaker section before we start. So I would popcorn to Roseanne to introduce yourself. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name's Roseanne, and I'm an outreach worker with Sidra. I have been with the company for about a little bit over a year. Um, a hobby that I have, because I think we're going over those few things. A hobby that I have is I like to go walking a lot, and so I feel like I like to take nature walks if I can. That also kind of goes with my self-care thing that I do for myself. Is that I like to go on walks when I'm feeling stressed because it makes me feel physically well and also mentally well. But yeah, and I will go ahead and popcorn that over to Alex.
Thanks, Roseanne. Hi, everyone, and thank you again for joining us today. My name is Alex Gomez. I'm the program manager for our community wellness program. And one thing that I like to do for self-care is working out. It's definitely a stress reliever for me this past few years. And then I'm going to popcorn to Ahmed.
Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad Abu Khuzam. I'm a community outreach worker with Sidra, and I just joined this team, so I'm excited to see what all it provides in terms of services. As far as self-care, I like to do just anything outdoors, just like my previous colleagues did, whether it's hiking or walking or any type of sport like soccer, for example. And I will popcorn this to my colleague Sarah. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sarah Mansouri. I'm at Citra. I've been with this program for over 2 years. I'm outreach. For self-care, I love yoga, and I love to have the exercise part of my lifestyle, either if not yoga, other kind of exercise. That helps, that have been always helpful for my mental and physical health.
Thank you, Sarah. So why so sorry for interrupt. So while we just introducing, you can just introduce yourself, your name, or any like one tips for your that you currently do for your self-care. And the third is what would you like to learn in this workshop? So yeah, we can just introduce everyone. So Sarah, could you please popcorn to the participants, one of the participants?
Of course. How about Andrea? Would you like to go? Thank you, Andrea.
Sure. So my name is Andrea. I'm an OT. I work for OTTPLA. And for self-care, I like to eat. And I know that sounds funny. It's because my husband likes to cook. That's his self-care. So I benefit and I get to eat. I love it. It just makes me very happy. Um, and something I want to learn from this workshop, just a little bit more of how I can implement self-care into my own life and also with my clients.
Thank you, Andrea. So you can just popcorn to the another participants.
Let's popcorn to Larissa.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larissa. I'm a case manager. I love to rest. I love sleeping, eating, and watching docu-series, especially the crime unsolved
Yeah.
mysteries.
Yes.
Yeah, and I will pass it on to Fatin. Fatin, good seeing you.
Oh, hi,
We work
Larissa.
together in the
Good to see
same
you too.
organization.
Yeah, my name is Fatin. I am interpreter. I also help my community, the Arab community. Some of them, mostly women, who have been some anxiety and other smoking. So I'm trying. I attending this group to learn about myself, to help myself and others. I'm a survivor of cancer, so I've been trying like to help myself walking. I love walking a lot, just my bones ache. But I love cooking too. Cooking is very what not.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I like to listen to music, quiet music, sometimes songs, and do some stitches.
Mm.
That's when I'm feeling really edgy and just listen to music and do stitches. If I cannot walk, if my body is not permitting me to walk.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing all of the self-care tips. So I would also hope for all of you to, just learn more about like self-care tips, and then you can just improve our like daily living things. So yeah, I hope so that you will enjoy this workshop. So let me just go through the workshop. So before I start, I would like to introduce about our organization. So our organization is Diversity and Help Training Institute. We are a nonprofit organization, and we are based in Oakland, Chinatown. And the DHDI, we have two projects called Cedra and Align Network. So you also have a chance to meet with all like Cedra members. So we both of the project has been funded by Behavioral Health Department, Alameda County Health, and Mental Health Services Act. So I would like to introduce a little bit more about Cedra. So our DHDI launched this project and our community wellness program. The purpose is to increase healthcare access and promote mental health services to different communities. So this project was launched since July 2019 with the funding from Alameda County Mental Health Services Act. So we have been serving for different communities for since 2019. So, and I would like to also introduce about Align Network website. So this is a website base. The purpose of Align Network website is to increase access and to use of mental health awareness services for immigrants. And this is as I already mentioned, it's a web-based application. We provide a list of bilingual, bicultural, mental health and wellness professionals. And also we share resources for trauma-informed support and also resources. And this website, I would like to announce one thing. This website is multilingual website. So the articles, all of the resources, and all of the contents on this website are translated into Arabic, Farsi, Dari, and also Burmese. And also you can just read in English too. So you can also accessible this links and also tools and resources through this link. And also you can just scan the scan code to reach to Align Network. So if you are interested in learning more about mental health related articles or resources, you can just visit to our website.
Thanks, sorry if I can just add as well, since
Okay.
with the current people we have in the workshop, I just want to say, if you know anyone who's interested in being a service provider listed on that Align Network site, you can email me, or there's also a link on the site to be a service provider.
Thank you. So welcome Lucy. So we are being static. So you didn't miss anything. We are just started. So we are just introducing and then ice breaking. So would you like to introduce yourself? Are you okay with that? And also, I would like to give information that this workshop is being recorded because for the participants who are not able to join this workshop. So if you are okay with that, just give me like a thumbs up, or if you would like to introduce, you can introduce too.
And if you're not comfortable, Lucy, feel free to just introduce yourself in the chat.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, I will just go over. So the learning outcomes for the two-day workshop is to educate all of the people of the importance of self-care, and also I empower each individual with practice of our own self-care strategies, because the self-care tips are not maybe the same with all of the people. We have like different kinds of some strategies of self-care. So I would recommend all of you to prepare our own practical self-care strategies and plan. And also I will encourage the development of personalized self-care plans too. So before we start the self-care, if you have like any questions, you can just pop it up in the chat, or you can just raise your hand, unmute, and then just ask me on the spot. I'm very welcome. So I prefer, just talking alone. So I will just talking and just interaction with the participants. So I would prefer and encourage for all you to participate in also this workshop. So before we start sharing, so how do you know about like self-care? So is there anyone who would like to discuss about self-care before we start? You can just like, what is self-care? How do you understand the self-care? Is there
I
anything?
think
Yeah.
self-care,
Amber,
it's
thank you.
from what does it call, self-care. So basically taking care of yourself, because
Yes.
in many occasions, we do take care of other people or other things in life and
Yes.
forget apparently the most important thing, which is ourselves.
Yes.
So it's just a reminder and focusing on ourselves, giving some care to us, because in the end, if we're not taking care of ourselves, we cannot do anything else or take care of others who needs our help.
Yes, thank you so much, Ahmed. Thank you for sharing. And I saw Alex.
Yeah, thanks. For me, I think about self-care as prevention and being proactive. Prevention as, especially when we're taking care of our bodies, we're preventing ourselves from getting hurt. Especially when we're working out, we're building muscles, protecting, our joints and bones. And then as far as being proactive, I think, especially for us, we work in mental health. And so we do deal with a lot of, trauma. And so just being proactive and preparing ourselves after dealing and talking with clients, I think is very important to protect ourselves. And also just kind of to relieve any stress.
Yes, thank you, Alex, for sharing. And I saw Lucy introducing in the chat, so thank you so much. So it's no worries. Yeah, it's okay. So okay, so let me start with the definition of the self-care. So what is self-care? So it refers to the practices and activities in order to maintain and also improve our physical, emotional, and also our mental well-being. So we need to take care of ourselves in a balanced way, both our physical, emotional, and also mental. And also it involves taking deliberate actions to take care of ourselves and also help us to manage our stress, and it can also prevent from burnout. So, and it is very essential for all ages, no matter you are old or you are young, or no matter what, is very important. And the last thing is I would like to encourage all of you to know about that self-care is not selfish. So self-care is very important in our also daily life. Okay, so there will be like a lot of benefits if you take care of yourself very well. So there will be like short-term benefits and also long-term benefits. So let me start with short-term benefits. So it includes, it can reduce our stress level, putting our health and needs first, along with giving ourselves a bit of rest, and can significantly reduce our stress level. So the second thing is it can also increase our self-worth. So let me explain what is self-worth means. So the more we take care of ourselves, the better we will feel about who we are as a person. So this is because more of our like needs for our life will be met on a regular basis. So it can also increase our self-worth and also our self-love. And the last thing is feelings of belonging. So also I would like to explain what is the feelings of belonging. So a short-term benefits of spending time with others will provide our feelings of belonging and also love. For example, with our friends, our families, our colleagues. So there will be like a lot of groups because as we are like social animals, we could not be alone. So we just need to belong to the group, like social group, for example, families, friends, and colleagues. So when you just take care of yourself very well, you can just feel a sense of feeling of like belonging in the short-term benefits. Then for the long-term benefits, I would like to explain about managing chronic conditions. So by practicing physical and mental self-care strategies, conditions such as depressions, diabetes, and heart disease can more effectively manage under our control. And also, of course, it can also prevent diseases. Implementing our self-care practices such as regular exercise, healthy eating, as all of you are mentioned, like walking, jogging, and the stress management techniques can also reduce the risk of heart attack, stroke, and also obesities in future. So it can also prevent diseases. And the third thing is, of course, we can also build healthier relationship in our life. When we taking better care of our personal needs, we are better able to engage in healthy relationships, partially due to like we can increase our self-esteem and also self-worth. So, and then also it can also improve our job satisfactions. So it's very important to implement self-care practices because it can improve our job satisfactions and also our teamwork while reducing burnout. So it is very important. And the last thing is it can also improve our quality of life. So when self-care practices help to better manage health conditions, reduce stress, or create a greater sense of belonging and all overall well-being and also our quality of life can also improve. So there will be like two benefits. So there will be like a lot of benefits. So, but I just extract like the most common benefits for the short-term and the long-term basis. Okay, so I would like to, before I go to the next slide, I would like to know how many types of self-care. So there will be like no right or wrong answer. So is there anyone who would like to explain or who would like to just discuss about the types of self-care or that you are currently doing on the daily basis? Is there anyone who would like to share with me? Oh, but then.
Yes, self-care is several
Mhm.
types of taking care of yourself,
Mhm.
breathing,
Mhm.
yoga, do
Yoga?
yoga,
Yeah.
meditate, walking, sleep if you can. If you need to sleep, you sleep.
Yes.
Like there's sometimes like listening to music, relaxing, dancing. And if you like,
Yes.
sometimes, was doing yoga with someone and she was doing dancing, and it was really beneficial. Like we do move our body with the movement of the music.
Yeah.
It was really helpful.
Yes.
So every time I hear music, I just wanna get up and move.
Yeah.
So this is really relaxing too. If I'm like also like I do help community with some domestic violence and other, so it's really stressful. So just listen to music, try listen to songs, and so this is one thing. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. And thank you so much for sharing with me. That's really nice and really beautiful. So I saw Sarah, and also for those who cannot talk, you can also discuss in the chat. So I'm just also checking the chat, so you can also just drop it in the chat. So Sarah, yeah.
I would like to think about it's not just mental self-care, physical self-care, and not just one, both together would be perfect to care about your mental health and physical health.
Yes. Thank you, Sarah, for sharing. It's really
course.
beautiful. And Ahmed,
Yeah, just like my previous two ladies talked, all of the stuff that they mentioned, and it could be categorized under mental, physical, and emotional self-care. Just like Fatin said, yeah, doing all of those activities to ease
yeah,
up your emotions sometimes, or mental and
yeah,
physical, of course, just like they said, all of those activities, and make sure to have enough sleep and
yes.
eat healthier. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ahmed, for sharing. And Alex?
Yeah, I wanted to share, and sorry, there's someone blow drying outside. So hopefully it's not too loud. But I wanted to share positive self-talk is definitely something that I try to implement on a daily basis. And sometimes we forget. Sometimes we're our biggest critic. And so just making sure that we're kind to ourselves is a huge form of self-love and self-care.
Yes, thank you. It's very important too. Positive self-care and positive self-talk is very important in our daily basis. So thank you so much, Alex, for sharing this. So let me continue. So there are like types of self-care. So there are four main types of self-care: physical, emotional, mental, and social self-care. So there are four main types, but I will just share each tips for each self-care. So I would like to start with physical self-care tips. So the first thing is it's very important to exercise regularly. So everybody here just share like exercise regularly and then just walking, jogging, or something like that. So, and it's very important to engage in regular physical activities like walking, jogging, swimming, or yoga to maintain our fitness and also overall our health. The second thing is it's very important to have getting enough sleep. So to make sure you get 7 to 9 hours daily quality sleep each night to restore our energy and also improve our mental clarity. And the third thing is balanced diet. And it's very important to eat a nutritionist diet rich in fruits, vegetables, leans, proteins, and whole grains to fuel our body. And also, it's very important to stay hydrated because we are just feeling hot and we are just in summer. So it's very important to stay hydrated. You need to make sure to drink plenty of water throughout the day to stay hydrated and support our like bodily functions. And then another thing is most of the people are unaware of this one. So it's very important to go regular medical checkups. So scheduling like routine visits with our doctor, dentist, or other healthcare providers to monitor and maintain our physical health. And also screen time management is very important, because we all just walking and then we have like a lot of things, a lot of stuff to do. So we are just spending more time on like with our social media platforms, like checking our like work emails. So it's very important to manage also our screen time management. So it's also physical self-care to rest our eyes and also our brain. So it's also important. And the other thing is personal hygiene. So practicing good hygiene habits such as daily bathing, brushing our teeth twice a day, and also our grooming is also very important. And also the last thing is rest and relaxation. So it means we can just take time to rest or taking a break from the things that we are doing is also very important. Whether we can just just rest through napping, relaxing in a quiet place, or enjoying a massage. So it's like that kind of thing, something like that. So it's very important. So before I go to the next self-care tips, is there anyone who would like to share your physical self-care tips that you are currently doing, or that you just have pop up in your mind? So is there anyone who would like to share about your physical self-care tips that you are currently doing?
I can share one. And again, just a reminder to the participants, if you're not comfortable sharing out loud, feel free to message in the chat. But for me, regarding regular medical checks, I just wanted to highlight, if you do have insurance, physicals are free every year. You get one free physical every year. And so I definitely try to take advantage of that to make sure that I get all my blood work done and make sure that I'm just healthy overall physically.
Yes, thank you, Alex. Yeah, it's very important to do like regular medical checkups so you can just track our um overall physical health too. So we can also prevent some diseases. Yeah, we can just think about prevention plans. So yeah, thank you so much. It's really beautiful. Is there anyone who would like to share?
I would
Oh,
say
Larissa.
being mindful of what we consume. I know
Mm.
sometimes it's easy to go out and eat and have a good time with
Mm,
friends and drink for those who drink, but
yeah.
sometimes those add up and they cause more harm than it
Mm,
it may appear as self-care,
yeah.
but then it creates more problems. So yeah,
Mhm.
being mindful of that.
Yeah. Thank you, Larissa, for sharing. Yeah, because all of the tips we are just currently maybe we just currently doing, but I would recommend, I would encourage all of you to be remind and then mindful in your mind, pop up in your mind for the self-care tips. So thank you. Resin?
A self-care tip that I really like to do, at least in like a physical one, is going outdoors in the morning and having like my morning coffee. I feel like that's like my favorite physical self-care tip. It's just sitting outside with my like cup of coffee and just enjoying nature. Sometimes I'll put like a podcast on or something, if I like want background. But that is one of my like favorite physical self-care tips, because then I'm just getting like natural sunlight every single morning.
Yeah, thank you, Resin. It's so beautiful and nice. Ahmed?
Yeah, for me, I think uh, by this time, in my life, I realized when I was younger, I was, for example, playing soccer, for the sake of it. It's a
Mm,
fun sport to do. But later on, at this age, I realized that it was more than just a physical game.
mm,
Just being part of that group and yelling and running and laughing and making jokes, by the end of the game, I feel really relieved. So my point here is, we're getting older, and some of you are ladies, they might, but joining any group, not necessarily even a
yeah.
friend. Sometimes even you want to be with a stranger, and nowadays with technology, it's easily you could
Yes.
join, a dancing group, a music group, a sport group if you
Mm,
can too. And so my point again is honestly later on, as I said, at this age, I start later going for those soccer players, not as competitive as I used to be, but
Mhm.
in my mind is that I'm going there to release this energy at the end of the day, you know, jumping and running
Yeah.
and yelling. I don't care. I win, I lose, I score, I don't. So finding, I think, my tip is any group, as I said, whether it's a sport, it's dancing, it's a music,
Mm.
just where you meet with people, even if they are strangers, and you can laugh and yell and, you know, whichever the
Mhm.
activity is. I found it not just physically important, but even mentally, if you may.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Ahmed, for your sharing. So I really love your sharing you're sharing your tips, because not only learn from this workshop, we can also learn from each other when you just share your like self-care tips. So I recommend and I encourage all of the participants to share for others people. They can also learn from yourself, from you. Yeah. So okay, thank you so much.
And then Sarah wrote in the chat
Okay.
that her physical self-care is listening to her body.
Yeah, yeah, that's really important. So sometimes our bodies talk, even when we are like feeling tired, our bodies can also talk and also, you know, indicate some of the um, sorry, some of the upcoming, you know, signs that can happen to our body too. So okay, let me just continue to the other self-care tips. So for the emotional and mental self-care tips, so the first thing is it's very important to express our feelings and emotions regularly. So we just need to allow ourselves to feel and express emotions, whether through talking to our friend or the people who we trust, or we can cry when we just feel sad, or engaging in some creative activities such as art therapy or something like that. So yeah. And then the second thing is to practice gratitude. So I would like to explain more about what is practicing like gratitude. So it's very important to reflect on the positive aspects. Like Alex also mentioned, like positive self-talk is also very important. So reflecting on the positive aspects of our life experiences and expressing gratitude, which can improve our mood and also our all outcomes. So for example, for me, I really practice gratitude like daily. I feel like thankful even if I can just wake up, and then even I can do many other tasks. I will just practice gratitude regularly on like daily basis. So it can also improve my self-esteem and also my self-love. So I would recommend these tips too. And the third thing is to engage in activities we enjoy. So doing activities we enjoy, such as painting, reading, listening to the music, just dancing, or playing music. And yeah, it can also boost our mood in a good way, and also it can improve our emotional health. So it's very important to engage and do things that you love. And the last thing is the relaxation techniques. The relaxation techniques includes breathing exercise. So we will do breathing exercise together after this workshop. So, and then mindfulness and also meditation. We need to engage in mindfulness or meditation practices to stay present and reduce our emotional stress. So it's very also important to stay in the present, because sometimes we have like some worries about our past events, past experience, or like our future. We have like some worries or anxiety about that, but it's very important to stay in the present moment. So I also just remind all of you to stay in the present moment and then enjoying every moment that we are currently having. So before I go to the next self-care tips, is there anyone who would like to share about your emotional mental self-care tips that you are currently doing, or you have like pop up in your mind? Yeah, I'm very welcome about the tips. Because sometimes we can we might be like forget to take care of like our emotional self-care and mental self-care, especially also for me. I'm already, just forgot to take care of my emotional and mental self-care. So is there anyone who would like to share about like one or two tips that you are currently doing? Oh, Alex.
Thanks. Yeah, I definitely try to express my emotions and feelings as much as I can. I've learned that holding everything in, it just doesn't help. It causes anxiety within yourself, and it also just doesn't help any situation that you might be uncomfortable in. So expressing your emotions, but also being careful because not everyone is open to hearing about your emotions. So just being selective on who the people that you surround yourself with is also very is my self-care tip.
Yeah. Thank you, Alex. It's very beautiful. Sarah?
Actually, I wanted to share something very similar.
No.
Thank you for saying it in a better way, Alex. Yeah,
Mhm.
I guess asking for help, communicate your feeling, it's very important.
Mhm. Yes. Thank you, Sarah, for sharing. So yeah, it's very important of our like surrounding environments. So it should be like positive environment to have a good emotional and mental health. So yeah, it's very important. So let me just go to the next slides. So for the social self-care tips, so it's very important because most of us forget our like social life because we have like many things to do and many stuff, like for example studies, work, or there are many things that we need to do, so we might forget our social life. So I would like to remind all of you to also take care of your social life. So these are the tips. So first thing is volunteering, which can giving, which means that it's giving back to our community by volunteering, which can also help us to connect with others and feel fulfilled or like productive in our daily basis. And the second thing is connect with our loved ones, which means spending quality time with our friends or loved ones. So prioritizing time with our family and friends to nurture our relationship, and also we can just feel connected. And some researchers said that uh, it's very, just important to having a pet, like a pet with you, and you can just spending time with your pet can also increase your, that social and also like emotional mental self-care. So it's very also important to having a pet, because some of the research said that. And then the third thing is being open to new connections. So making effort to make new people and expand our social network, whether through our work, hobbies, or attending some community events. And the last thing is also practicing empathy. So let me explain what is empathy means. So engaging in a conversation with other by listening attentively, and that we can just think and feel um at the person's place is we call like empathy. So which can also strengthen our relationship, and also it can increase trust with within in the relationships, social relationships. So these are the social self-care tips that I'm currently doing. So I'm just being open to new connections, and I already, just listening very actively to the other people, and also I love connecting with new people. So yeah, is there anyone who would like to share your like social self-care tips, or is there anything that pop up in your mind for social life?
I think I just want to also add, I love how
Mhm.
kind of all of these different types of self-care all kind of
Mm.
align with each other, because if you're not taking care of your body, if you're not feeding your body right, you may not have the energy to be social. And then you can easily just get into a dark hole and, depression, anxiety. So all of this is super important and it all connects with one another.
Yeah, thank you, Alex, for sharing. It's really beautiful. Yeah. So we need to, as I already mentioned, we need to take care in a balanced way for our physical, emotional, mental, and also our social life. Then we can be like healthy living and healthy well-being. So these are the self-care tips for each sectors. So before I go to the next slide, um is there anyone who would like to share what can happen when we are lack of self-care, when we don't take care all of ourselves in an effective ways? Do you have like any ideas or any knowledge about lack of self-care, which can happen? So we can just discuss. I will open the floor. Oh, Sarah.
I like to say preventing is always easier than fixing. I would say if I make sure I'm healthy mentally and physically as much as I can, get support from mental health specialists, get, I don't know, a trainer at the gym, all of those, I think it would make it easier at the end than waiting to go to depression and deeper, because then it's going to be harder to come out of it. So I would say
Yeah.
self-care and getting help would prevent that to go to a
Yes.
harder solution.
Yeah, yeah, of course. You're right, Sarah. Thank you so much for sharing, and it's really beautiful. And I hope that will be helpful for all of the participants. Thank you. So let me just go to the next slide. So what can happen when we lack self-care? So there are like a lot of issues. For example, stress. We feel stress, and also our sleeping patterns can change. For example, we could not sleep at night or we oversleep. Also, that kind of thing is also like sleeping pattern changes, and also eating pattern changes. We overeat, we could not eat anything or something like that. And also we might feel effective easily, and it can happen burnout from our like job satisfaction or from our personal life too. And yeah, the most common issue is anger issues. We might feel angry very easily, and then we might feel aggressive too. And then we can just project our anger and aggressiveness to our loved ones. So then it can also impact on our like relationship with our families, our loved ones too. So it's very important to take care of ourselves very in a daily basis. Okay, so I would encourage all of the participants to make these self-care assessments. So you can just scan this code to go directly to that website. So it's very important for as for me, I would like to share a little bit about myself, like self-care assessment. So I would do these assessments like once a month to just keep tracking, even if I just take care of myself regularly or in an effective way, or even if I need to improve any self-care. So I would encourage all of the participants to do also these assessments tests for yourself to know which sector that you need to improve, or you are just doing okay, you are doing well, or you did this very poorly or something like that. So you can just assess yourself and you can just keep tracking what sector that you need to improve. So, and then so this is the recap video for today workshop. So I will play the video so you can just know the recap of this workshop too. So let me open. Could you all hear me? I think, right? It's great. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
What is self-care? Ask Amaze. Self-care is paying attention to your own wants and needs. A way of maintaining your physical, emotional, and mental wellness by acts of kindness to yourself. These acts of kindness might include things like getting a new hairstyle, doing your nails, wearing new clothes, or getting some fresh air in nature. They can also include things like taking a break from your busy schedule to relax, meditate, do deep breathing, or just daydream. However you decide to self-care, remember, self-care is a way to practice self-love and appreciation.
So, this is the recap video for today's workshop. So it's time to breathing exercise together. So I will play the relaxation music. So before we start like breathing exercise, before we go, so I would like to explain the rules, how to do breathing exercise in a correct way, because we all just breathe in and breathe out, but we have no awareness like breathing. So I will explain how to do. So we just breathe in with our nose, like for example like that. We just breathe and then we will hold for like 3 seconds, and then we will just breathe out with our mouth until all of the airs are gone. So we will just do for like 5 times. So we can do together with the relaxation music. Okay, so to do the breathing exercise, could you please close all of your eyes, and then you can just sit or just stay in a position that you feel comfortable, and just keep calm, and then do not think too much about your work, your family, or your personal life issues. Just breathe regularly to make you calm. And then you can just need to focus on my voice and also the relaxation music that I play. Okay, we will start breathing exercise. We will just breathe in with our nose and then hold for 3 seconds, and then we will breathe it out. So breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. So we need to breathe out until all of the airs are gone. So we will do it another time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and then breathe out. And then second time, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and then breathe out. And then third time, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and then breathe out. And then fourth time, breathe in. And then 1, 2, 3, breathe out. The last time, so just breathe in the air with your nose. 1, 2, 3, and then breathe out with your mouth until all of the airs are gone. And then you can just breathe regularly. Just stay calm. Just focus on your body. Okay. So then after you just open your eyes slowly. Okay, I hope everybody will feel relax because I think maybe like too much information from this workshop can just give you headache. So yeah, I think you might be feeling a little bit relaxed. So before we go, these are the things to take. So please be mindful that self-care is not selfish and we need to take care of ourselves in a daily basis. So even if we know how to take care of ourselves very well, we can also take care of our loved ones in effective ways. And also intentional practice of taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental well-being in a balanced way to become healthy well-being. So again, thank you so much for our DHTI, our Sidra team, and Aligner Walk, and also our is very I feel like thankful to our funders, Behavioral Health Department, Alameda County Health and Mental Health Services Act. And thank you. So these are the contact information of me and also the DHTI. So if you have any questions, any concerns, any issues that you would like to discuss, you can also contact me and also contact to Alex and also contact to Cedra and also Allied Network websites. So thank you so much. Again, thank you so much for all of the participants for joining me during the lunch time. So thank you so much. And yeah, I'm welcome with any questions, any discussions, or any suggestions that you would like to discuss with me regarding from this one. So I will
Thanks,
just
Nora. I also just want to add again, thank you for joining us all during your lunch. And I hope that you've learned something from this workshop. The workshop was recorded, and so it will be available on our website. We will share it all with you via email along with a post workshop survey to just get your feedback. We are hosting monthly workshops for the community. So we'll probably keep you all in the loop for any of our future workshops. And again, if you're interested in being a service provider on our Ally.work site, please let myself or Nora know. Okay.
thank you so much for adding this, Alex. So is there like any questions or any feelings? You can also share your feelings, how you feel after this workshop. Maybe it might be, just feel okay, a little bit stressed or a little bit, just yeah, any comments or like any suggestions. I'm very welcome with your feedbacks. So yeah, I open the floor for the participants. We have like 1 minute left, so even if you have any questions or feedbacks that you would like to share with us, you can also drop it in the chat and also you can unmute or raise your hand and just give feedbacks. Yeah, thank you. And also you can just give like a heart reaction if you enjoyed this workshop too. Thank you. Thank you, Lucy. So I just saw a lot of like chats and yeah, thank you so much, Andrea, and also thank you, Lucy, and thank you, Larissa, and thank you, Shifa, too. So I think it already like 1 p.m. and everybody doesn't have like a questions or like discussions, any feelings that you would like to share with me, then it's be free to just rest and then have a good day ahead, all of the participants. And I'm also hoping and looking forward to see you all again in the next month workshop.
Thank you, everyone. I can have the
Thank you.
DHTI team stay, but everyone else, you're welcome to enjoy the rest of your day and don't forget to practice self-care.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Nora. It's very
Thank
helpful and knowledgeable. Appreciate.
Yes.
Looking forward for next workshop.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
Faten.
much.
Have a good day.
You
And
too.
please send me the like how can become a servant.
Yes, I
Yeah.
will send that information to you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You as well. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Perfect. And then Nora, you can go ahead and stop recording.